A man who has no structure will eventually destroy himself even with success. I used to think success was the final destination, the cure for all the emptiness I felt inside. I chased it relentlessly, believing that once I had enough money, enough recognition, enough of everything, I would finally feel complete. I imagined a life where every problem vanished the moment my bank account swelled, a world where external validation would patch up all the internal wounds. But I was naive. I was chasing a mirage in a desert of my own making, convinced that the illusion of water would quench a real and desperate thirst. But I've seen people with money who are more broken than the poor. I've met men who could buy anything they wanted, yet their eyes were vacant, their spirits hollowed out. They were ghosts in their own mansions, haunted by the very success they had bled for. They had the financial freedom to go anywhere, but they were prisoners of their own minds, trapped in a gilded cage of anxiety, addiction, and despair. They had won the game, but in the process, they had lost themselves. That's when I understood. You don't chase everything at once. You don't sprint toward a blurry finish line, sacrificing your body and soul along the way. True sustainable achievement isn't a chaotic scramble for more. It's a deliberate, methodical construction, like building a cathedral stone by stone. You don't start with the stained glass windows. You start by digging a foundation so deep and so strong that it can withstand any storm. To chase everything is to grasp at nothing. You build in phases. Phase 1: survive without losing your soul. This is the hardest part. It's the daily battle to keep your integrity when the world rewards compromise. It's choosing the harder right over the easier wrong. It's learning to say no to opportunities that feel like a betrayal of your core principles. It's about earning your bread with clean hands and sleeping at night with a clear conscience, even if your pockets are light. This phase isn't about thriving, it's about enduring with your humanity intact. It is the bedrock upon which everything else will be built. Phase 2: learn and grow quietly. Once survival is no longer a moment-to-moment crisis, the focus shifts inward. This is the time for silent absorption, for honing your craft away from the noise of the crowd. You read the books no one else is reading. You listen more than you speak. You become a student of your industry, of human nature, of your own weaknesses. You don't announce your growth, you simply do the work. It's a period of deep, unseen cultivation, like a seed germinating in the dark soil, gathering the strength it will need to break through the surface. Phase 3: create value. With a foundation of integrity and a mind sharpened by quiet learning, you are finally ready to build something meaningful. This is where your skills transform into service. You stop thinking about what you can get and start obsessing over what you can give. You solve problems. You build systems. You create art. You offer a product or a service that genuinely makes someone's life better. Value is the currency of impact, and in this phase, you become a source of it, contributing to the world instead of just taking from it. Phase 4: expand impact. Once you have created something of genuine value, the final phase is to scale it. This isn't about ego or greed, it's about responsibility. If you have found a cure, you have a moral obligation to share it with as many people as possible. This is where you build teams, delegate, and amplify your message. Your personal creation becomes a legacy, a force that continues to provide value long after you are gone. It's the transition from a craftsman to an architect, from building a single, beautiful chair to designing a city. And while you're in one phase, you plan the next calmly. There is no panic, no desperate need to keep up. You understand that each stage has its own rhythm, its own lessons. While you are surviving, you are dreaming of the books you will read. While you are learning, you are sketching the value you will create. It's a calm, forward-looking discipline. You respect the process, trusting that the next level will be ready for you when you are ready for it. This isn't passivity, it's a profound, strategic patience. No rush, no comparison. Your journey is yours alone. Measuring your progress against someone else's is like trying to navigate your ship using another captain's map. It leads only to confusion and shipwreck. The person who appears to be ahead of you might have skipped the foundation phase and is living in a house of cards, one gust of wind away from total collapse. Stay in your lane, focus on your phase, and honor your own timeline. The race is long, and in the end, it's only with yourself. Because rushing success creates cracks you won't see until it's too late. It's the hairline fracture in the foundation, ignored in the hurry to build the walls. It's the moral compromise made for a quick win, which later corrodes the entire structure from within. These cracks are invisible at first, hidden beneath the shiny facade of achievement, but under the immense pressure of sustained success, they will splinter, widen, and eventually cause the entire edifice to crumble, leaving you standing in the ruins of a life you built too fast. Reflection: peace is not laziness, it's strategy. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more and share this video with someone who needs to hear it.